What is going on? Welcome to ednews.com. It's your host, EJ Carrion. And today, Minneapolis teachers went on strike. This is impacting 30,000 students who go to school in these areas. And what we're going to look at is a New York Times article to discuss the friction between what the teachers are wanting and what the difficulties and challenges that district leaders are having. So let's go ahead and dive into the article. So what we're seeing is that the union is asking for smaller class sizes and higher wages, while the school district says its budget is shrinking because of the decline in enrollment. Like we said, it impacts 30,000 public school students. If you look at the requests from the educators and the union, they seem like really important things, and what they see a lot of their colleagues are getting across the state and getting the things they need. So there might be a little conflict there, seeing what their colleagues are getting compared to what they're getting in their own state, in their own city. So members of the union asked for competitive salaries. They also asked to have a starting salary of $35,000 for most education support professionals, better conditions to recruit and retain educators of color, and enough staff to address student mental health needs. So obviously the mental health need piece is a big piece post-pandemic, as kids had to deal with isolation and also just the financial strains that the pandemic had on their families. The other thing that's interesting of the educators of color and creating a pipeline and supporting Black and brown educators is that this is also the area where George Floyd happened, right? And that created a social awakening for the entire country. So I bet there's a lot of pressure and a lot of demands and requests that the community is asking for that they may feel like they still haven't received. Now, if we look at what the superintendent said, Ed Graff, he kind of said that, hey, we have similar goals and we're using the federal funds to deal with the pitfalls of our current budget. And he doesn't see that the ability to lift salaries and sustain salaries once the funds are done due to the enrollment at the schools. And so if you look at the enrollment of the public school system in Minneapolis, kindergarten through 12th grade, they have about a little under 30,000 students who started school this fall. And that's about a drop of almost 4,000 students, as 33,600 students went to school in fall of 2019. And so that's impacting that budget. I'd be interested, though, to know how much of that enrollment is kindergarten, because a lot of families have held back sending their kid to school and starting school during the pandemic. And so could those numbers not be as low, or could there be more promising numbers in the fall that will allow the budget to not look so scary? I think you're seeing, as you know, we see teacher pay increase in states like New Mexico and Mississippi. So I wonder why they're doing it, but states like Minnesota may not be doing it. So we'll see how this strike continues and what happens here. This is important because students have already been out of the classroom for a really long period. And so now they're going through this with their teachers, with their district. It's impacting parents, impacting communities. So we'll keep you updated. If you felt like this was a good episode for you, please subscribe to ednews.com, where we highlight all the important trends, updates, and really advocate for the education system and how important it is to the future of our society, our economy, and where we go as a country. So please subscribe as we keep you updated along the way.